Well, a really enthusiastic following here. I don't think anybody expected Spain and Brazil to tangle this early in the competition, but they are doing on a very hot evening here on the outskirts of Vancouver. But the heat doesn't normally trouble footballers from Spain or Brazil. They've probably played on the Copacabana beach. Tall and small in the Brazilian lineup, but first we look at Spain. Their captain is their goalkeeper, Adan. Just two changes made really here to what we expected. Sonny Stephen wins the starting lineup in midfield, as does Marcos Garcia, and that really is credit due to him for winning his place off Tony as one of the wide players. As for Brazil, they make one switch, and that is also in midfield, where number 7 Willian comes in place of Renato Augusto. The coach is Nelson Rodriguez. You can see the shadows there as we have a look at the Spanish coach, Jiménez Melendez, 56 years of age. He's been the coach since 2002. And that is the general coordinator standing in the centre of your picture there, Hassan Khafari. He's the one that gets the match up and running. Hopefully the referee tonight from Sweden, he probably will find it warm, Martin Hansen. They don't get many days as hot as this in Gothenburg. The names of the officials there for you: Stefan Wittberg and Henrik Andren are the assistant referees. Fourth official Silvio Petrescu is Canadian. This is Gerard Piqué, the centre half, who was injured in the last game, so he came off to be replaced at half time by Marc Valiente, who is his regular partner. They are in unison again tonight. And tonight he is up against that man, number 11, Alexandre Pato, known as the Duck. Strangely enough, he's just signed a huge contract for the Internacional club to beat off interest from Chelsea and AC Milan. And he's just 17 years of age. What a future ahead of him. Alexandre Pato scored twice already in the competition, those goals coming against the Korea Republic. Spain are the second highest scorers. They come into this game on the back of 8 goals, plundered against Uruguay, Zambia and Jordan, all in this stadium. So they will feel like the home team, very much so. And they will kick the game off for us. Front runner there is Adrian Lopez, who got a hat-trick in the last match here against Jordan. He also scored in the opening fixture against Uruguay, and leading marksman in the competition. Here is Crespo, a very left-footed left full-back. Number 16 on the chase is Juan Manuel Mata, who plays at Real Madrid, though for their second team, Castilla. Spanish throw is being left with Crespo. He plays at Sevilla. Now that is a hot city. Just let me remind you of the rules of the competition. Of course, if the scores are level after 90 minutes, then we have a 30-minute period of extra time. No golden goals in any FIFA competitions these days. So if the scores are still tied after the 30-minute extra time period, then we would have a penalty shootout. Most people in the stadium are hoping that doesn't happen. They want a good game of football, and they get a decision one way or the other tonight. Number 6 for Brazil is Marcelo, and he is regarded as one of the hottest properties, just signed for Real Madrid. Cross towards Pato, covered by Piqué. He's with Real Zaragoza on loan from Manchester United. A chase across there for Marc Valiente. He's from Barcelona. The Brazilian coach, Nelson Rodriguez, has said that his side have just not really put things together as yet. They've not taken their chances, and too many players have been racing forward, trying to set up attacking options instead of at times concentrating on their defensive duties. This is very well cut out by Mata. Steven now with the break, and he's got a man to his left there in Marcos Garcia. Goes instead through the centre with Javi Garcia. The right fullback is Barragan. Steven Crespo. Spain have made the better start. As I say, they do feel very much in touch with the facilities here and the pitch, and this one almost got through, and that would have been dangerous. The man who was lurking over there was Mata. The Spaniards noticeably into switching already. The very left-footed Diego Capel, for example, is playing over on the right, and Marcos Garcia has switched to the left, and here goes Capel now, and you see he's left-footed, so he comes infield. Now away goes that huge, towering figure of João. João's in the centre, hoping for a decent cross. Came the other way and backtracking Marcos Garcia. Steven hacks it up into the other half of the field. There'll be a race here. Capel, I don't think we'll get to this one. Capel, who wears spectacles when he's not playing football. Thrown by G. Paraná, captain. Steven for Spain. Driving run from a player who plays his football in the Spanish second division at Polideportivo Edo. And he's won the free kick for Spain. Steven, who wasn't a starter in Spain's opening game, but he's won his place by dint of runs like that one. The first opening here might be for Spain. They were caught out, the Brazilian defence there. They were absolutely sleeping. And coach Rodriguez would not be amused by that. Crespo has a go for goal. Doesn't miss by a long way. And by the way, those are the hospitality tents in the marquee behind the goal, for those of you who've not tuned into matches from the Swangard Stadium here in Burnaby before. And they're enjoying themselves, a nice little glass of vino maybe, while the game goes on. Agua minerale for others. Congas or Singas. Brazil attacking through their centre-back Luizão, who plays at the Cruzeiro club and has played all 270 minutes of the tournament prior to this game. Back by Edson, who's brought in because the Brazilians are lacking one player tonight. David Marinho has received a 4-match suspension. He was neither red-carded nor yellow-carded in the match against the Korean Republic, but FIFA spotted him using elbow and he's been suspended for 4 matches consequently. Nice little build-up here, cushioned header from Leandro Lima, but it's just run out ahead of João. He plays his football in Russia at CSKA Moscow. Such is the lure of the ruble. Marcos Garcia could lose the possession here for Brazil. They were actually in a deficit in terms of goals in the first round. They scored 4 and conceded 5, and they might concede again here now. Spain attacking through Barragan. Some spectators still just taking their seats here in the evening sunshine. An 8:15 kick-off in the evening, just in case you're watching from a different time zone. And it's very easy to find different time zones in Canada. 3 hours behind Toronto, for example. Well, that will be a free kick. No attempt to play the ball by Barragan. Free kick awarded to Marcelo. Well, Marcelu, as the Brazilians pronounce an O at the end of their name. Well, it's a long punt and it's certainly worth a chase. Almost indecision there before Edson hooked it to safety. It's more like it from a Brazilian point of view, and that's not. Sonny Steven could get a card for that because he tripped the player as he made tracks, Willian. And I think the referee's going to be sensible on this. It's a first offence, and well, it was barely a touch, was it? Willian went to ground quite easily. Willian, who's been brought into the starting lineup in place of Renato Augusto for this one. Brazil's attack features Amaral from Palmeiras. Still Amaral, and still he's done excellently here. Typical Brazilian fullback play. Piqué, a crawling header. He went on all fours, and it's Adan having to make the save from the fullback. First bit of excitement for the fans of Burnaby. Amaral's done really well here. It took him eternity to get beyond two defenders, but he went through them. And then although Piqué got the ball away to safety, Amaral pinged it back in. Edson, successful in his winning of the ball off Adrian Lopez, finds Willian, and he's still going. Good midfield player this, very busy, but goes and gives the ball away, as you say that. Picked up by Javi Garcia. An attack here featuring Diego Capel, who's with Sevilla. And, a good crosser of the ball, up by Luizao, and then picked up by Leandro Lima. He's probably the smallest player on the field. Capel once again. He's been predictable so far, Capel, in that he's come in field every single time, not attempting to take on the opponent on the outside. So Crespo on for Marcos Garcia. Mata. Stephen must surely play the ball right to Barragan. He does. It'll still be very warm on that pitch. Barragan is caught. This is a free kick. Marcelo extends the hand of apology. So 4 free kicks in the opening 9 minutes, but that's not untoward. Evenly spread, 2 apiece, and Mata here, who's very talented. Good with the left foot, but away by G. Paraná, the captain. That's Mata, who has got a goal here. He scored in the game against Zambia to ultimately prove to be the winner in a 2-1 scoreline. Capel, Barragan. I think the Spanish will be loath to leave. Oh dear, that was wayward play at the back for once, and it's just given Pato an opportunity here, but it's a dribbling effort. Alexandre Pato didn't get any venom into his shot whatsoever, but it was a mistake at the back by Marc Valiente, who just dithered on the ball. Adrian Lopez, who's turned out to be one of the stars of this FIFA Under-20 World Cup with 4 goals, losing out. Luizao, strong defender. And then Roberto plays as all traditional Brazilian number 5s do, as a holding player just in front of the back 4. Dan has to be alert to pick up Crespo's back header. And the captain of the Spanish Under-20 side from Real Madrid will decide to kick this one eventually. Breaks for Willian. On the chase for Pato. This isn't an easy one for the goalkeeper, so he hooks it into the air, straight out of play. Straight into the fans there. Spain's coach Melendez also coached Albacete, one of the club sides in La Liga. G. Paraná. Marcelo. We always talk about the samba rhythm with the Brazilian football team, but they haven't found it yet. And even when they did win one game against Korea Republic, they were 3 up and allowed the Asian side back into it, so they only scraped through 3-2 in the end. Away by Adam. Both these goalkeepers on show today have let in 5 goals and have failed to keep a clean sheet. Lopez. Little link back to Capel. Diego Capel has allowed it to bobble away from him. He looks to me more comfortable when he plays on the left than he does on the right. And it may figure in the coach's thinking that he'll switch the two wide players. Away by goalkeeper Castillo from the Gremio club in Porto Alegre. And he'll get another touch on the ball with it reversed by Edson. Luizao picking it up here now, and he caught for the ball, and now he gives it into the wider position for Amaral. Slow build-up, but maybe that's predictable in the heat of the day. That's a hearty shove in the back from Mata on Roberto. What's this? The easiest decision a referee can ever give, I would imagine. The next one is for a throw-in to those in blue and yellow. They've been training hard. They've been having 2 and even 3 sessions a day, the Brazilians, to try and find some rhythm. It's still not existing. Still not quite happening there for the coach, Nelson Rodrigues, who's just 42, and he coached the Brazilian under-15s and under-17s to rise up spots in World Championships. Stephen, a brave header, turned in field there by Adrian Lopez, but only to an opponent. No foul given here, to the surprise of some, so Amaral will continue, and he'll get the ball into Pato. Pato's clip is too high, even for the lanky Joe. Fourth official has just asked the Brazilian coach to calm down because Nelson Rodrigues felt one of his players was manhandled. The referee, I think, played an advantage for Brazil there. Roberto to Luizao, right in front of Spain's coach Melende. It's amazing how the Brazilian teams, be it at senior level or right down to under 11s, I would reckon, all play to the same system. They're hurried, and it was a nice little attempted pass through from Leandro Lima, just didn't quite make it, but Brazil having a good spell here. And they'll continue through G Paraná, and that's a free kick right on the edge from Piqué's boot. The player taken out was Willian, and this is an opportunity for Brazil to find something from the training ground, right on the edge of the 18-yard area. Studious sort of look on the face of the coach. Now they'll put 4 men into the 18-yard box. They will leave Willian posted just outside. The one taking it is Marcelo, the player from Real Madrid, whose big hero is Roberto Carlos. Naturally, he wants to follow in his footsteps. So many great left-backs have come out of Brazil through this route. It's Marcelo, squares it, and it's pushed. It was a push shot from Pato, and it didn't trouble Adan. But it was a cleverly worked free kick, and the 17-year-old, it's a low shot in here which was measured, but it wasn't positioned well enough to beat the goalkeeper. Stephen for Spain, neatly done. Now Marcos Garcia, infield comes Mata, clever ball across, it was almost on the end of Adrian Lopez's toe. Clever ball played by Mata. And the man with 4 goals already to his name in this World Under-20 Cup was almost on for number 5. Adrian Lopez from Deportivo La Coruña. Close there to scoring and making a breakthrough for the Spanish. It's becoming a more engaging contest now. As Brazil seek a way through with the step-overs, and the ball across is beyond Pato, picked up by Amaral though, only just. Crespo holds off. And that will be an easy one. Meat and drink for Adam. Stephen working hard in the engine room for the Spanish. And quickly found his range of passing, so he brings Barragan into this latest move. Barragan will see a lot of red shirts up here. Well, that wasn't a bad effort, really. I know he's 35 yards out and perhaps unlikely to catch Casio out, but everybody was looking for the pass and Barragan decided to have a go for goal. But why not? He did set one up against Uruguay. Casio, the Brazilian goalkeeper, who's played in all 4 matches. Up into that lovely blue beyond. It will be a perfect day for whale watching round here. No doubt many people have been able to do that today. One of the joys of being in Vancouver or Vancouver Island. Stephen. Clever. Stephen's really started this game very well. Barragan, now then Capel. Let's see what he can do this time. That's what he can do. He can take a tumble off Marcelo's challenge. Right under the nose of the referee's assistant over there, Henrik Andren. Free kick Spain. Marcelo didn't like the decision. Spain do, and they'll like it even more if they can find a goal. Piqué's the only one near this though. Well over hit. Unusually by Mata. Five different Spanish players have scored for their country in this tournament. This is Javi Garcia. It's not bad, and it's given a chance here for Spain to take the lead. He's got no support, however, and at the end of all of that, Marcos Garcia can only win a corner for Spain, and it is their first of the match. It is the first of the match. Surprising, really, with virtually 20 minutes gone. Mata has sprinted across to take this one. They want bigger chaps in there. He's the smallest on the Spanish side. And away it goes, back in there. Once again out by Marcelo. Stephen pumps it straight against an opponent. Brazil will break. Through Leandro Lima. Or Barragan, a fierce challenge to win the ball. Knocks it up there beyond Piqué. Spain with several players in the Brazilian half of the field though. Oh my goodness gracious me, that would come down with snow on it in the winter. Fortunately it's not winter here. Pato, 20 minutes played. The Brazilian star, an inviting ball in here, and the cutback too was inviting by Willian, but Spain got defenders around. So he must try a different avenue. Good movement from Brazil here. Roberto flicked with the outside of the boot. It's pulled in again there. Mark Paliente the one in the way this time. Spoil sport, say the Brazilians. That was a good spell for them. Now it's Diego Capel. Can Spain do any better in an attacking guise than the Brazilians have just done? Capel has measured it fractionally long for Marcos Garcia. The game coming to life, just opening up a bit. And what a necessary challenge that was that Edson won. Well, the most exciting phase of play. They continue to be exciting here. Whatever Willian can do, but I'm afraid he couldn't keep the ball in play. Hey. Can you lip read? No. Crespo, one of the Sevilla players, left out of the first game against Uruguay, since retained his place at left fullback. The Spanish coach really ran the change in the last match to give everybody a game. The dashes for Adrian Lopez, his second favourite, run out of it by the leggy Luisao. Marcelo. He was formerly with the Fluminense club before going to Real Madrid, and recently made his debut for the senior Brazilian side and actually scored in a 2-0 win against Wales. Capel's caught again. I don't think anybody takes more tumbles in a match than Capel. Oh, he got that at the second attempt and then rather hastily thrashes it into the dressing rooms. Pato, the teams here are housed under tents because, of course, there are only 2 dressing rooms here in the Swangard Stadium, and there's a rule we've had 2 matches a day, so 4 into 2 didn't go, so they erected tents. But these fans are raptured by the action. Floodlights on in the evening here in Burnaby, which is a burgeoning city in its own right. But only about 15 minutes away on the Sky train from Vancouver. This is Amaral. Roberto plays for Atlético Paranaense. Still Roberto. Never does anything too ambitious. This is more ambitious. Flighted just over the top of the bar. Applause for G Paraná. I think he's attempting a goatee beard there. Not very well. Maybe he's just had his razor confiscated at the airport, or his shaving gel. Adam the clearance. The header on is a good one from Javi Garcia. Again, just to say that we get a result tonight. One of these sides has to go home, which will be a shame for them. Got through, and Capel, and he almost ducked under it with Adrian Lopez, picked up by Marcos Garcia. That was an unholy mess, and it produced a goal kick for Brazil. Certainly Melendez, the coach of Spain, has not been afraid to make changes to his personnel. He's switched the teams around, he's switched his personnel around in every game, and he's come up with the goods most times. And it wouldn't be a major surprise if this Spanish team did beat Brazil. We always expect Brazil to win. No team in World Under-20 Cup history has won more matches than Brazil, who have an attack going here with Amaral. Piqué with the clearance. Then it bounced very handily over the top of the smaller Brazilian Roberto, and this is a dash, and Luis Alves lost out. This would be brilliant if he could finish from here. Well, it was terrific striker play from Adrian Lopez, and Casio has to make the save, but that's the best bit of football we've seen. And that was pure tenacity and strength. He wasn't letting Luis Alves come in on that one. And Adrian Lopez just couldn't finish off what would have been a brilliant individual goal. But he has won Spain their second corner. Too high for Piqué once again. Steven should keep it in play. Barragan helps out. Takes the throw in very quickly, Steven. Barragan with the cross. It's got through here. Well, can see the third corner will Brazil. Lively, the Spanish. Spain are the third most successful team in FIFA Under-20 World Cup history. Once again they've coped with that, Brazil, and what's more, they've done brilliantly to get players forward sharply. Willian run out of it, free kick against Crespo. Could be a booking, it is, the referee's reaching. And Crespo, it's his second caution of the tournament. Jose Crespo, the first man booked in this match, he's saying that's my foul. Numero uno, he said to the referee. Well, he's Swedish, he probably doesn't understand Spanish. And it's going to be a free kick, Brazil, and it's also a booking for Jose Crespo. Luisao with this free kick. You can see what the idea was there, but the ball spun away off Leandro Lima's toe, straight out. I'm saying that Brazil are first in the all-time rankings. They have 184 points accumulated over the years. Spain third on 106, with Argentina sandwiched between the two. Amaral found himself sandwiched between two Spaniards there. Crespo now with a header. Roberto. Zhao. Zhao will be one of those forward now. Marcelo trying to show us his exquisite skills over there. Instead it's Spain who will attack. Very well broken up. The Spanish funnel back in a line. The five there confronting these Brazilians. And Crespo might just have been in trouble there as he tried to shoulder Willian out of it. If he'd have taken him down, he might have been going off. As it is, there's a Spanish player, Javi Garcia, down in the penalty area. Not sure why. But he's picking himself up slowly, and Brazil have a corner, which indeed is their first against Spain's 3. Taking it will be G. Parana. Short, much longer. Luisao has to recollect here and try and fend away Crespo. He was not to be fended away. Capel again comes in field. Tries to burrow his way underground almost, and then Stephen fires it right. Mata. Capel. Well, the Canadian soccer fans enjoying the skills of both sides here, and it's Spain who look for the goal, and it was very sharp from Casio to make sure that Adrian Lopez didn't get Spain a goal, and now the ball's going to go dead right onto the top of the marquee. But Adrian Lopez in there sniping was very close, and Casio extremely alert in the Brazilian goal. Full credit to him for getting there. Spain probably posing the greater threat here, although Brazil have had an edge in possession, 53% to 47. Stephen for Spain. He seems to have had a lot of the ball. Now Marc Aliente. Half an hour played here in Burnaby. Spain 0, Brazil 0. By the backtracking Adrian Lopez. It's a decent game, but without a goal. Para now lost the possession. It was picked up there by Marcos Garcia. Marcos Garcia into the area now. Very good tackle again, and it had to be made by Roberto. That's the job that Roberto does so splendidly, working in front of the back four, and when they make a lapse he really covers well. Mata rolled the pass. On his way was Marcos Garcia. Good stop. Spain's corner. High for Piqué and wide from Piqué. Crespo's yellow card then. He was also booked in the last game against Jordan. Well, it's a very tight game as we expected it would be. Impossible to say which of these two is going to go through. And that's the way it should be when you get two teams of this stature playing against one another in the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. Pato's gone out, they're gone down, but he won't get a free kick. Capel is one-on-one, and Capel manages to wrest the initiative. He took the ball away from the defender, now he checks inside as well. Here is the cross, and it was so close, a swing of the left boot from Mata, but no connection. At the last second it disappeared from him. Almost Houdini-like. Brazil's turn to come now. There's certainly plenty to enjoy here in terms of attacking verve. Steven. Ooh, a dangerous area to play around with it there, Javi Garcia. High into the sky, away by Edson. Capel. He's a bag of tricks. He also probably wins more free kicks than anybody here in Canada, where Spain has only ever played twice before. Oh, that's clever. Anything on the end of it, Mata! Beaten away. Well, Mata's such an influential member of this Spanish side. Gifted player, drifted in field there, got the shot away. Casio thwarted him. João now for Brazil. It's becoming more eye-catching by the minute. And this is Willian. And he'll show the ball and go. Steven to take him on. Has to roll it into the path of Amaral. Crespo confronting Amaral here. Crespo already booked in this match because he's defending expertly. On to Marcos Garcia. Then for Adrian Lopez. Spanish names rolling off the tongue now as the ball rolls off their feet. They're so familiar to the paying public at Burnaby. We've enjoyed watching the Spanish score 8 goals here. Lopez is back and does well again there. He made sure that William couldn't play the ball through to anybody else in a yellow shirt. Canary yellow of Brazil, the most famous football shirt in the world. Marcos Garcia came second to Amaral there, but then it's pushed straight out of play by Luzao. Can Spain find a goal in these closing 10 minutes before half-time? That was quick, and it's Mata, and he's got the space, he's got the cross, but that's comfortable for Casio. Aims it long for Pato. PK knows he'll have to react hurriedly. And what a gorgeous sight it is, with the spectators all over on that far side of the stadium here, in a stand that will be knocked down after the completion of this tournament, indeed after this match. There are hopes that a brand new stadium will be built in Vancouver Harbour for the local team, the Whitecaps. By the way, a certain player called David Beckham is coming to play here against Vancouver Whitecaps for Los Angeles Galaxy on the 3rd of October. Write that one in your diaries. Javi Garcia. Nope, it's not the right ball. Still neither side finding an advantage in these early minutes of the day. Steven competes well for Spain to win the ball, and then Mata delivers it forward, only to Marcelo. He's playing the first match here, but he's figured in every minute of the competition since. Steven. Clever, he saw Crespo in space. Crespo can really drive in from here. I thought he might have had a shot at goal. Instead, the final effort came from Mata, who is taking up some really intelligent positions, but he only won a corner. Spain are leading on corners here, 4-1. But not on goals. We haven't had a single score as yet. Spain 0, Brazil 0, for the right to go into the last 8 and to meet either Japan or the Czech Republic. Mata. But No, he won't get the PK on the flick from Javi Garcia. Spain are playing in their 12th finals here. They've won 56 of their matches, drawn 32 and lost only 10 in all of that time. It's Brazil's 82nd match and they've won 58 of those and lost only 13, scoring a record 182 goals, but none tonight. Pato coming deeper. Hello. Might just be something this time for Pato! Oh, it's the closest anybody's come in this game to a goal. And Alexandre Pato rising onto the header. PK asking why he wasn't marked. And Pato will feel he should have had his third goal of the tournament, but he's put it wide. Fizzes off the mark with Dan strolling across his goal line. Brazil should be ahead. Well, he's got to forget about it and try and take the next chance, and it might come soon because here is Willian, and here is a big chance for Amaral, and he'll cross one in, and Pato just get another chance here, maybe. Brazil lead! The goal from Leandro Lima! It's his second goal of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup, and Brazil has an advantage. No more than a minute after Pato had squandered a glorious opportunity, the tiny figure of Leandro Lima comes up with goal number one. Amaral's ball absolutely perfect, although Pato couldn't get there. Leandro Lima certainly could, and he whacks it into the Spanish net. Spain 0, Brazil 1. Well, it's the second consecutive game that Leandro Lima has found the net. He scored against the United States. He was a loser on that day. The States winning by 2 goals to 1, but he puts his arms to the heavens. And Brazil have a lead preciously against Spain. They've now scored 5 and conceded 5. And away goes Pato there, lifted here. Oh, he's put it off PK. He's not foul, but still gets up and still has the presence of mind to continue. And fly a ball in for Roberto. A wild smash of the left boot. Volleys the ball into the pans. Well, that goal came 6 minutes before the break. And it's a crucial moment in the match. Leandro Lima's second goal. The player from San Quitano. Nothing in it in terms of statistics with shots on goals, round about the same, but Brazil are looking more potent somehow right now, and they're looking for a second goal, and it's Pato! Oh, they've got his second goal, and it's 2 in 3 minutes for the Brazilians here, and they have brought the stadium alive. They've brought everybody to their feet, and Pato, who missed with a headed goal chance 2 minutes earlier, puts this one wide of Adan. And how critical might that be? Are the Brazilians at last finding their rhythm in the FIFA Under-20 World Cup of 2007? Great work over on that side, and then Pato, it was a more difficult header in many ways from the one that he missed moments earlier. Clever left-footed cross, the header almost dinked beyond Adan, and Brazil have 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes. Spain 0, Brazil 2. Pato's third goal in 4 matches here in Canada. Well, Spain came from 2 down against Uruguay in their opening fixture here in Burnaby, so do not rule them out. But that's a telling scoreline here for the Brazilians. One of the 3 tournament favourites, obviously. They're always tournament favourites. possession count favouring Brazil. It's the goal count that matters most, and the player that they call the Duck, Alexandre Pato, rose there for his header. Spain coming back, and well, that's the most curious goal I think I've ever seen. And Gerard Piqué has somehow got a touch on this ball, and this match is absolutely unbelievable the way it's going. 0-0 for the best part of 40 minutes. We've had 3 goals here in 4 minutes. The referee just checking what on earth happened. The ball is lifted in here. Time seemed to stand still. It was missed totally by the Brazilian. It was hooked over the head. It wasn't Piqué. Let's see who it was actually. The ball was hooked over his head there. I couldn't actually see who it was from that angle, but Spain have a goal. Not Piqué, I'm pretty certain. Piqué was nearest to the goal, but for me that was another Spanish player, and I'd love to see that from a different angle. But it was a most peculiar one to call, simply because the eyes were on the Brazilian defender who missed the ball, and it was hooked over the shoulder by the Spanish player and put into the net. Well, I'm told the last touch was from Gerard Piqué. So he's the one who's claimed the goal. He was certainly the one who ran back with the ball. And what a lifeline it is for Spain. Let's have a look at this one then. It's from the boot there of Mata, and there it's flicked through. Does that hit Piqué? Well, I suppose it must just strike him. And it's deflected off him there from the flick on, which I think was probably Valiente, and Piqué's got a goal. Well, he was disallowed a goal, funnily enough, in the opening game against Uruguay that he deserved, and Spain are right back in it. Well held by Casio though. So Gerard Piqué claims his first goal of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup, and it could not have been more timely on 43 minutes. Amazing. 0-0 on 38, then Leandro Lima gave Brazil a lead on 39. Alexandre Pato there scored 2 minutes after that, and now Piqué with a goal, and a yellow card being shown here, which is his second of the tournament for Pato, and the fans booing all around me. So all happening in these last few minutes here. 3 goals, 2 cautions, and a goal and a yellow card for Pato. And 1 minute of added time. I think everybody needs a bit of a breather. Parana manages to head the ball out straight to Melendez, the Spanish coach. His throw-in, the Spanish throw-in from Crespo, missed by number 18 Adrian Lopez. So we're into that 60 seconds of additional time here in Burnaby. Mata. The crowd have really enjoyed his performance in this game. There might be a second Spanish goal, as the Brazilian defence melted away there, allowing a free header for Adrian Lopez, but the angle was just a little too difficult. Well, the crowd has had his money's worth in this 45 minutes, that is for certain. And referee Hansen brings a very eventful 45 to a close. It was good without any goals for the best part of 40 minutes, and then it all happened in that last 5 minutes of the half. Leandro Lima scoring first for Brazil, then Alexandre Pato putting away the memory of a bad miss just a couple of minutes earlier with a second goal, and Spain managing to hit back in curious circumstances through their centre-back Gerard Piqué, who in all honesty I don't think knew much about the goal, but he's claimed it. So at half-time here in Burnaby, it's Spain 1, Brazil 2. And these are the goals. Alexandre Pato got the second of those goals. Spain coming right back in. Inadvertently, Piqué put the ball beyond Casio in the Brazil goal. So 2 of the 3 goals for you there. Among the statistics there, the most important statistics of all. There have been 8 shots on goal in this game so far. 6 corners, 5 to the Spanish, and not a single player has been caught offside in this game. Created by Amaral and finished off by that man Leandro Lima acrobatically. Then going 2-0 up with Alexandre Pato's goal, his 3rd of the tournament, and then a curious goal for Spain to say the least. Having witnessed several replays, I'm told that what happened was that the free kick from Mata was flicked on by Adrian Lopez. It then struck G. Parana, and finally it hit Gerard Piqué on the side and went into the net with the goalkeeper Casio all over the place. Anyway, it's been credited to Piqué, and it puts Spain back in the game really, though still 2-1 adrift. But a really fine game of football for the fans of Burnaby and neighbouring Vancouver to enjoy here. The last match of the 7 played in this stadium. Crowds of just 10,000 here, but they've thoroughly savoured every minute of the action. Spain trying to get forward now. The ball was driven towards Diego Capel, doesn't get to him. Cleared by Marcelo. Free kick against Brazil. Back for Piqué, who took a knock in the last game here against Jordan, and it was bad enough for him to receive treatment and go off at half time. He's rubbing the thigh that scored the goal. Very valuable, that thigh. Spain very much alive, because I think I mentioned in the first half they came from 2 behind against Uruguay here to claim a draw. Well, if they get a draw in this one, it goes through to 30 minutes of extra time. And suddenly João's gone down on the ground, and he's feeling his back as well, back inside. João, the tall 20-year-old striker for Brazil. And that seemed like a delayed reaction really. He and Piqué are both struggling. The one with the left thigh, the other with the right. So both will require the physiotherapist to come on here. And Piqué is hobbling to the side for his treatment. Just for a word with the Spanish doctor, the physio is Mariano Escobar. But João will certainly leave the field on a stretcher. Let's have a look at what happened to the pair of them. Collision. Piqué actually looked to be hitting the ribs, and João looked all right until he suddenly sort of came down as if stricken suddenly. And he's off, still rubbing that left side very briskly. Chase from Adrian Lopez, gets the ball away as well. Been impressive attacking displays from both sides, but this time Marcos Garcia doesn't get anywhere. And Brazil advance. Certainly played much more fluently in this game, Brazil, than in their previous matches against Poland and the United States in particular. But they'll have to defend here now. The ball is in across there to that top scorer Lopez, and he can't control the ball out harmlessly. Spain 1, Brazil 2, bidding for the right to go through to the last 8, and a meeting in Edmonton on Saturday with either Japan or the Czech Republic. Action all around Canada today. The top nations who've come through, 8 of course eliminated after the first round of matches. 6 teams who finished bottom of their groups, and 2 who finished in 3rd position but were the unluckiest. Or the least successful, should we say. Oh, and Roberto went down grimacing there. as did Capel, but both picking themselves up, but you heard the groans. Pato was booked in the first half. There's another one where we see two players confronting one another and feeling the full force, but both on their feet again already. Capello, as said, has taken a lot of knocks in this tournament and certainly took another one there. Still the coach persists with him down the right for Spain as opposed to the left where he's played in the previous games. Now Capel tries to break free infield. Broke for Luizão, who just belted it as far downfield as possible. Piqué, who's had a minimal treatment. He's a doughty competitor. One back by Marcelo. Now Luizão for Brazil. Bit long, but that's going to be no good at all for João, who still isn't moving smoothly at all. He's clearly trying to run off the knock he took a few minutes ago. João, by the way, who still hasn't got a goal in this FIFA Under-20 World Cup, and he's down again. I don't think he's going to continue in this match. I'm pretty sure this will be the last we see of João. In fact, they've already got a replacement on the touchline, anticipating a call, Luis Adriano. And yeah, João is coming off, the striker from CSKA Moscow, who's been so prolific in Russia, will leave the field of play, and not very quickly too. He needs treatment, and Luis Adriano is the first replacement summoned in the game. But a lively match with plenty happening in it. A real credit to the FIFA Under-20 World Cup, this one, as we expected. Spain and Brazil, two great footballing nations, and on comes the striker from Shakhtar Donetsk, also in the same part of the world, of course. On the ball here, the lively Willian, and Willian will go on a terrific run here, and it requires Barragan to concede the corner. The coach, who saw a 2-goal lead reduced to 1. Again, that chant of Arriba, Arriba. Well, the first bit he did very well, the second bit ghastly. So Spain on their way. Capel rolls it invitingly through here. Mata. Capel, who scored at this end of the ground against Uruguay dramatically late on, just teed it up here. There might just be something even now for Spain. Not anymore, not in this move, and Barragan has to stretch to head the ball onto Steven, who now concedes a free kick. Free kick Brazil, Luizão. An easy one for Barragan to take down, but enthusiastically won back by Willian, and now it's Pato. Pato on the angle. Flicks one across, and it's out. That's a goal kick and harmless at the end of the day. Still Brazil leading 2-1 and on track to go through into the last 8, as they always seem to do. Spain to make a switch. This man's a striker who's coming on, Esteban Granero. Another replace for Real Madrid. And the new Spanish club champions from La Liga. Not quite ready, I don't think, to make the switch. Piqué doesn't quite get there. Brazil with options up and around the 18-yard area. And now they will make their change. So it's the top scorer who's coming off. Interesting switch, this one, Adrian Lopez. We saw the best of him in the first half when he had a marauding run. they've already indicated they want to make the switch, and now they've changed their minds for some strange reason, delayed it. So Brazil have an attack going here, PK, and it's beaten away by Adan. Brazil were very close to being 3-1 ahead there. Spain will have a free kick, and surely they will make their switch now. And here was the opportunity for them. Dropped handily, Pato fired it in hard and low, but he couldn't beat Adan, who has been beaten twice today and 7 times in all in the tournament. If Spain are concerned about anything, it's the number of goals they've conceded. Now that's an interesting one. A late change of heart there, and it's Marcos Garcia who gives way to Granero. Granero on, Spain with an attack. Mata can't get to the ball. It was going to be Adrian Lopez. They held up number 18 and then changed their minds and changed the figure 18 to 19. They added one. Capel couldn't get through. Brazil with a clearance. Clear that Spain are adopting a very aggressive attitude to this game now. They have to get a goal, of course. 10 minutes gone in the second half. No alteration to the scoreline. But a very good game overseen by 2 coaches who know how to get the best from their players. Pato has been very lively in this game. He scored 1, he should have had another. He's figured here, but it is Spain who take over the possession with Granero already involved. Now Barragan. Pushed into a channel he didn't particularly want to go into, but now it's taken on by Crespo. And he's made a good run here, Crespo, all the way into the Brazilian penalty area. Granero to pick it up. Adrian Lopez is in the 18-yard area, though he's just had to come outside now to retrieve the ball. Try and get beyond the defender. This might even be a booking for Edson. He took the man out, he walked away. The referee, I think, probably thinks, well, that's the first free kick he's conceded. The referee led him away with that one. All over him. Free kick Spain in a useful position. Can they find a goal from this? That's the big question. Can Spain, for the second time in the tournament, get back to 2-2 from 2-0? Well, that wasn't convincing defending from Brazil at all. Luizão manages to take evasive action, and he had to do. The goalkeeper was left in no man's land. Spain's corner. They lead 5-2 on that count, but 2-1 behind. That's what they trail on goals. Barragan. Mata. I'm sure he's got a big future, Mata. Now the substitute striker just on for Brazil, Luis Adriano. Loses out in the challenge with Javi Garcia. Plenty of Spanish players around. Brazil don't seem to have as many forwards somehow in this half. They haven't been able to take up good territory inside the Spanish half, whereas Spain are coming forward much more now with Capel. Shoulders away one opponent, pushes the ball through to Steven, takes it on the return, Capel, and fizzes a shot right across the 6-yard box. Excellent, the best we've seen from Capel in the game. And I'm pretty sure it's because he's moved over to his more traditional left flank. He's much more comfortable there, and he orchestrated that move all by himself. Just fizzed over. Highly talented player from the Sevilla first team. Brazil haven't got going in the second half yet, and Spain have managed to claw back that possession count to 49-51. Valiente onto Piqué, onto Barragan. Spain make sure that Brazil don't get through again. Then it's lifted from right to left into the path of Crespo. Capel much more influential on this flank, and he tries to give the run around here to William and to Amaral. Didn't succeed though. Valiente onto Stephen. Stephen managing to evade the clutches of G. Paraná. And two players getting each other's way there, but Spain still have the free kick. Granero, Javi Garcia, he's from Real Madrid as well. Capel, he's having an influence in this half, but his cross is poor this time. And the Brazilian coach is wise enough to know that this game is far from finished with. Marcelo long, but Piqué has no challenge. Stephen up high. Mata generally does something constructive, and he's found Granero. Granero may go for goal here. He gets his shot away. Fairly routine stop for Casio, but Granero is the sort of player who I'm sure can find a goal for Spain. He's definitely got the capability. Here he goes, look, moving in field, creating the space for the shot, fire it in hard and low. Casio equal to it. Javi Garcia now. The Crespos come well in field. They know their roles, they stick with the shape. Piqué fires it out to Barragan. Mata. Noticeable that Mata is now playing down the right hand side. Capel down the left, and they look a much better side for that. Crespo. Brazil not really threatening to add to their lead so far in this half. They've been pushed right back, and they're going to make a switch, and I'm not surprised really, because they've lost their way in this half. They've already had one enforced change with João replaced by Luis Adriano. They're going to make a second switch in a moment, which we'll see Carlos Eduardo introduced. Luis out, nearly decapitates the referee's assistant on this side, Stefan Wittberg, with his clearance, and here it is, Carlos Eduardo on in place of William. Well, it was William's first start of the tournament. He played only 22 minutes hitherto, and so Carlos Eduardo is summoned with the order, I would imagine, for Brazil to re-find the rhythm that they were enjoying in the closing moments of the first half. They still lead 2-1 though. So Brazil making 2 switches already in this half. Spain 1. Interesting contest, 27 minutes to go. 27 minutes of action for Burnaby to enjoy on their first ever taste of World Under-20 Cup action. This is better from Brazil. Oh, was he tugged back there? Well, he's gone down as if maybe he's done a hamstring. I'm not quite sure what's happened here with Amaral, whether he was caught by Crespo or whether he's pulled up with a hamstring injury. Could have been that. What is obvious is that Amaral is feeling something, and if it is a hamstring, he'll be out of it. There, look, he's just pulled up. No damage inflicted by the defender at all. But this is of concern to the Brazilian coach, because there's always a potential tonight of 30 minutes of extra time. He's already made 2 substitutions, with William going off and João injured. Now he needs to know what's happened to Amaral and whether he's going to need replacing, which will be the last of his switches. But if Amaral has pulled a hamstring, he won't be able to continue. Hopefully they'll feel it might just be a touch of cramp. I'm sure the referee, Mr. Hansen, is saying put him on the stretcher please. He'll have to go off. Nice little chat going on there, as you can see, involving Diego Capel and Leandro Lima. The one speaks Spanish, the other speaks Portuguese. So, to Brazilian relief, he might be alright, Amaral. But he definitely pulled up. A bit like Serena Williams at Wimbledon. And he wants to return already. I don't think the referee will let him come back for about 5 seconds. Capel. Javi Garcia. Capel a second time. 25 minutes to go. The scoreline unaltered from half-time. Spain 1, Brazil 2. Spain very much on the attack here with Barragan. Now the India send us a good curling cross. 2 Brazilian defenders needed there to make sure it didn't get to Adrian Lopez. The next goal will be crucial to the outcome of this game. Barragan straight against the defender, however, this time. Marcelo. Granero goes charging in twice there to make sure Brazil can't get the ball away. And Brazil are back to a full complement with Amaral's return to the field of play. Mata. Oh, it's a lovely ball he's played in here for Adrian Lopez. It's not the best return, however. Fraction too close and too looped. Too close to the keeper. Here it is. Just puts it too close to the man in green. And a very colourful evening of reds and blues and yellows and a super green field. Brazil have possession. Oh, brilliant bit of skill from Pato. Oh, that was fantastic. Can he finish it all off in some style? Pato's ball in. An evasive action taken by the Spanish defence, notably by Crespo, but that's why he is rated as one of the outstanding young talents in the world. Pato there, fantastic skill to leave Stephen in his tracks, and then he just went on and on and on, and he was unselfish as well. And it required Crespo to come off and nip it all in the bud. Great skill from Alexandre Pato. And Brazil's corner as they come alive in the half almost for the first time. Roberto. And they find a third goal that might just kill off Spain once and for all. Up! Oh my goodness gracious me, the Spanish defence there went AWOL. Absent without leave, and Luis Adriano with the header. It was just too straight at Adam. A foot either side and Brazil will have had a third goal. Good cross played in, straight at the keeper. But signs of Brazil piecing their game together again here now. They still have a single goal advantage. They're looking for this third. It's away now, flashed away as far as Luizão. They played that last crossover. Amaral's back on the halfway line. Both sides want to make more switches, which is really interesting with this game poised at 22 minutes to go and 2-1 in Brazil's favour. They make the next switch, and Amaral in fact is coming off now, and Eduardo replaces him. He is a right back who started the first game against Poland and hasn't figured since. So Eduardo for Amaral will be the switch made by Brazil. Spain, meanwhile, are wanting to bring on the man who was supposed to be their star striker for this tournament, Alberto Bueno from Real Madrid, who scored 8 times in the qualifiers. He was substituted in the opening game here against Uruguay at half-time and hasn't appeared since. So maybe cometh the hour, cometh Bueno for Spain. He hasn't come on yet, Eduardo has. They don't want Amaral struggling with a potential match coming up against Japan or the Czech Republic. Piqué, who got Spain's goal, steps up there and brings Steven into play. Sonny Steven, still a eye-catching contest this one, and Steven, well, he didn't want to let go of the ball, ultimately he had to do, hounded out of it by 3 in yellow. Forward here, Pato, he nearly got there, and Adam has to put boot to ball. Adam nudges it to Barragan, played out to Bueno, who can surely get the signal to come on here now. And the star striker from Real Madrid does get his chance and replaces Steven, so it's a striker for a midfielder. Now, is this the moment for Bueno's tournament to come alive? The FIFA Under-20 World Cup has not been kind so far to Alberto Bueno. Maybe it will be in the remaining 20 minutes here in Burnaby. Spain are trailing, they need a goal. Is Senor Bueno the person to provide it for them? It's Mata. Still feel he's got a big role to play in this game. On to Javi Garcia. The interception. Strong running by Eduardo, who spotted it, but doesn't find Pato with the pass. It breaks instead to Capel. Diego Capel. Still on the ball, coming in field. Piqué, strong and resourceful, full of running. Granero's playing in a central midfield role. Can play as a striker. Spain have certainly got plenty up on the field who are capable of getting a goal, including that man, Adrian. And the cross here from Barragan. Oh, lovely skill. The fans really enjoyed the sight of that one from the substitute Carlos Eduardo, and a free kick for Brazil now. Foul is on Edson. Delightful piece of skill. First we've seen from Carlos Eduardo since he's come on, the Grêmio player. Again the fourth official, Silvio Petrescu, who despite his name is Canadian, has to come on and have a word with the Brazilian coach. That was neat. Spain win the ball back through Granero. Bueno. Granero for Barragan, who's as good a crosser of a ball as I've seen in this World Cup. Oh, Mata lost out there for Roberto. He sort of pings it over the top of the defender. Mata will get onto the ball and latch onto it under challenge from Piqué. And the big defender does really well, the man from Real Zaragoza. Bueno. Capel. Still Capel, so exciting on the ball. He may have overdone it, but he's got another chance. Adrian Lopez, only one Spanish player in the 18-yard area though, so it has to come all the way back to Barragan. He can swing a good ball in. This time it's too low. Spain are going to launch another move with Piqué, who enjoys getting forward whenever he can. Evasive action taken. Brazil have a player in the penalty area on the deck. Luizão. All the statistics of the game interesting. The possession is almost equal at 51-49 in Spain's favour. There have been 23 shots on goal, again in Spain's favour, 12-11. 6 corners to 4 for Spain, and there hasn't been a single offside in this game, which is quite extraordinary. I think it's cramp again here from the defender. The fans will probably boo him now that he's got up. They will. I don't like that here in Canada. And just to continue those statistics, there's a yellow card for either side as well. Jose Crespo of Spain, Alexandre Pato of Brazil. This is Granero. Pushed and shoved, but he still gets his pass away to Adrian Lopez. Trying to manoeuvre the space for the cross ball. It's a good cross as well, it almost reached Bueno. This is long. The defender who came to meet it did well. Spain 1, Brazil 2, and exactly 15 minutes remaining in Bernabé. Stays this way, Brazil go through. If Spain get themselves a goal and get level, then they could yet force the game into extra time. Brazil have a real opportunity here. Well, they had. It's taken a little fraction too long about it, I sense. Pato could have been through there if they'd sensed the opening. Leandro Lima, who got the first goal, remember, on this night for Brazil, who have real options here. They pipe forward. Important tackle back by Capel, and now by Piqué. Spain is shortly going to bring on Tony Calvo, who's a winger. Adrian Lopez loses out. Edson doing really well, and he gallops on, but he left himself with a bit too much to do. Now he'll have to gallop back as well. Good job, they're all fit young lads, these, all under 20 years or under they are. Pato has to wait for other yellow shirts to arrive. First options to play to Leandro Lima. Foot up by Granero, according to the referee. A bit of sympathy with the player there. The ball bounced high, and it's Barragan who comes off, the right fullback, for the introduction of Tony Calvo. He plays with Barcelona. Played in the first 2 games. Tony Calvo given a rest for the last game against Jordan. Here goes the Brazilian Carlos Eduardo. Has a free kick for this challenge from Crespo. Crespo already booked, and in the early minutes of this game, really, Crespo, 27 minutes he was booked. We can have a quick look at this, what he's done. Oh, the foul actually by Granero first. Crespo had a bit to say about it, but the free kick is for Brazil, taken by the man who won it for them. Short to Leandro Lima. Then fired in high. Piqué takes evasive action. Finds the sub. Tony Calvo, first touch on the ball. He's diminutive, but he's neat in all he does. He needs to be effective in the last 13 minutes, otherwise Spain are going out. Spain, who we consistently say let themselves down at world tournaments, but they have won this one once, and they have an opportunity here. Well, they almost got through, didn't they? Granero, the closest to it. Casio stretched and just got down to that ball, which is now at the boot of Carlos Eduardo. Been busy and effective since his introduction. Leandro Lima fires it over the top here. Eduardo stretches to try and keep this in, not just once but twice, but he failed on the second count. Well, it was almost there. Granero, an intelligent run from him, clever little ball through to him as well from Bueno, but the keeper Casio alert as he has been throughout. 12 minutes to go. Good Brazilian possession here in and around that 18-yard area. They'll settle for a corner. Busy little player, Leandro Lima. Scored the first goal. He got a couple in the qualifiers as well. And Brazil were unbeaten. They won the South America Sudamericano qualifiers, scoring 20 goals. They were unbeaten in Paraguay. Finding their way out here to Canada. They're looking for a third goal in the match. Leandro Lima jumping for the ball and juggling and knocking it back in there as well. Not away very far from Marc Valiente. Marcelo. Well, the fans like to see long-range shooting, but they'd like to see it more accurate than that. Senor Melendez with a little over 10 minutes in which to hope his side can find one more goal at least. But it's Brazil numerically ahead, and with Piqué coming up to the halfway line, a real chance for Brazil to take advantage with G. Parana. Well won back Piqué, he wasn't about to give way there. Bueno's on his way. Oh, a really disappointing pass from him, and Melendez on the touchline, he hung his head there as Bueno fired it ahead of his colleague. It's just not been a good FIFA Under-20 World Cup so far for Alberto Bueno. This time, 10 minutes left. Spain still edging possession, Brazil edging the game. And Alberto contesting the ball, which breaks handily for G. Parra. And for Marcelo. 1 on 3, 1 on 4, and no free kick. To be fair to him, neither did he ask for a free kick, Carlos Eduardo. It's been a technically high quality game. The little phases of play where both sides have done well. Diego Capel comes back to win the ball for Spain. Spain, the winners of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Nigeria 8 years ago, runners-up in 1985 and in 2003. And they lost in the United Arab Emirates 1-0 to Brazil. Piqué. And Piqué's charging up there, hoping for a return ball, maybe from Granero, maybe from Capel, but he's got to get past people first. It was all right here, Capel, then he'll square it for Mata. Juan Manuel Mata. Wide is Tony, and Tony's got the space for the cross in. That's gone out, that will be a corner. Roberto covered, but the ball spun off his chest. Spain have an opportunity here. They're looking to their supporters to lift them. And Tony Calvo will flight one in. Maybe Alberto Bueno's World Cup will start here. They need a goal, and they've got Piqué, the tallest man out there, up for this. Oh, it's not got beyond the first line of defence though. 7.5 minutes to go. Brazil on track for an appearance in the last 8, and they finished in the top 3 of 9 finals of Brazil. Marc Valiente on the Barcelona contingent, onto Piqué, who looks so elegant on the ball. Nothing elegant about that, however. Lack of link-up between Rodrigo Garcia and Tony Calvo. So Piqué has another touch on the ball. Finds Granero this time. Mata. Well, they're really buzzing around here, and they'll have a free kick for the challenge on Granero. No yellow card shown. But a bad foul by Roberto here on Granero. So Spain with an opportunity. And they've 3 or 4 players in there. And Spain have equalised in the most dramatic of circumstances with a Javi Garcia free kick. The game's alive again here in Burnaby. The Brazilian goalkeeper Cassio, infuriated by the defenders in front of him. They gave him no protection, and Javi Garcia's first goal of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup of 2007 ignites the stadium and gives Spain new hope. He was the only one awake. and the referee saw nothing wrong with it. Brazil caught cold. And Javi Garcia threatens to take this game into extra time at 2-2 with 6 minutes to go. Drama here for the fans of Burnaby, who have now seen 23 goals in their 6 games. Spain 2, Brazil 2. Courtesy of Senor Javi Garcia. Game on again, 5.5 minutes remaining. Marcelo, the Brazilian coach, will be furious with that. But maybe they can come again here now. Maybe they will be stung. Eduardo. Spain's throw. It's a fine game, and it probably deserved that goal. So lightning does strike again. And Spain, who were 2 down here to Uruguay, with only 20 minutes to go and retrieve that one, have hit back from 2 down here against Brazil. What a shame that one of these 2 fine footballing nations has to say adios to the competition tonight. But will it be Spain or will it be Brazil now? And remember, Brazil frittered away a lead against the Korean Republic as well. They were 3 up in that match and it ended 3-2. They still won it, but here their nerves are jangling. Tony Calvo fires one in. Mata. That all came about because of that free kick given away just outside the penalty area. And we've seen some good free kicks in this tournament, and that was one of the best from Javi Garcia. Brazil need to re-find the football that gave them the 2-goal lead before half-time. Both sides have created plenty of chances. There have been 25 attempts, 25 shots in this match, which is a very high ratio for a match of such import. Away goes Diego Capel. Spain in the ascendancy now. Mata. And away he goes. Are they dramatically going to snatch victory? Bueno can't find a way through. Spain are lifted. Adrenaline pumping now. Tony Calvo. Marcelo can do no more than hook it out of play. The urgency is with the Spanish. And Roberto has just received a yellow card from an earlier indiscretion. Frustration once again getting the better of a Brazilian. He's the 5th player booked in the tournament as a whole. Spain have had 4 booked. But the Brazilian coach, Nelson Rodrigues, well, if Brazil go on to win this championship, they'll look back at 1 or 2 scary moments. Losing to Poland, losing to the United States, almost throwing away a 3-goal lead against Korea Republic, and now squandering a 2-goal lead here against Spain. But that's football, they can still go on and be the champions. Spain's throwing. Daniel Melendez gets a ticking off from the 4th official, Silvio Petrescu. It's not his job, he says, to decide whose throwing it is. Which is basically what happened there. Roberto. All the way back from Edson to his goalkeeper. And now you tend to feel they might just be playing for extra time. 2 minutes to go. It'll be a very late finish here. It's already 10:05 in the evening. Roberto. Is there late drama to be had in Burnaby? 1 goal might just win it now for either side. 90 seconds. Does well to keep that ball in play, Roberto. Finds it through as well to Carlos Eduardo. It'd be awful for either team to lose it now. Leandro Lima. Thought he was sizing up a shot. Instead he whips it across through here to Marcelo. He couldn't quite take it down, but Brazil will have the throw-in. On a line with a 6-yard area. And they're looking forward to an extra 30 minutes, a bonus probably, as Marcelo takes the throw-in. The board has not been raised to indicate how much added time there will be. Spain are on a break. It's 3 against 3. Capel on his way. He was the one who scored dramatically against Uruguay. And Capel's side netting. Oh dear. How close was that? Brazil was so close to going out of the FIFA World Under-17 Cup of 2007. Casio had to rush out to confront him. Capel rolled it beyond the Brazilian goalkeeper, rolled it into the side netting though. And there'll be 5 more minutes here for either of these teams to try and find a victory without the need for extra time. To be picked up here by Luizão. What's he doing up there? The tall centre-back crashes her centre in. Pato up for the header. Might yet drop in there to a Brazilian. The acrobatics attempted. They're having a real go here. Pato stretches and just can't reach. And he may have a touch of cramp as well. How they're enjoying this one here in the Swangard Stadium. Well, he twisted and he turned Carlos Eduardo. Spain are alive, Brazil are alive. It is 2-2. And we're coming up to 1 minute played in the 5 added on. Really fine contest. Living up to its billing, I have to say. You'll never get to that. 2 coaches out in their technical zones. Try to encourage these players for one huge final effort. As I said earlier, it will be cruel for one of these to go out because they've performed admirably this evening. Spain scoring goals against Brazil for the first time ever at under 20 level. Brazil haul back from 2 ahead. And you wouldn't know where to put your money now. Mata. Capel's made another break, and Capel, he's got away from the defender. 2 Spaniards across there calling for the ball. Might break from Granero from Edson's header. It is still Granero. Warms the fingers of Casio. And on we go. 92 gone, 3 to go. I suspect that neither of these teams really wants extra time. Bad ball, Tony Calvo, straight to the defender. That was a giveaway. So forward from G. Parana. And there are gaps out there, but it's Spain who look to exploit one here through Diego Capel. Through Crespo. There's a man across the centre. Here is that man, Mata! Casio equal to this. They are roaring around Burnaby here, with the exciting and the fluent football that these 2 teams are portraying. Really both throwing everything into late assaults here to try and win the match in the 95 minutes as it's turning out to be. And they're enjoying it hugely. He did well there, Crespo, and Mata threatened to win it for Spain. 2 to go. Or maybe 32 to go. And penalties. Oh, the noise around the Swangard Stadium now, it's a real crescendo. 28 shots on goal in the match. And maybe there'll be number 29 yet. Spain up 3 forward here. It's up in the air from Marc Valiente. Crespo with a header. Bueno kills the ball as it drops. Gets a free kick. Is the one last chance to be had by either side? Not from that free kick. Launched cross field. The ball doesn't bounce too high, and so Luisao is able to accept, and will try and locate the Brazilian in there! What a miss! What a miss from Luis Adriano, who could have been his nation's hero with almost the last kick of the game. The cross looked perfect, I have to say, from Luisao. Well, it somehow got through him almost. And it seems we are destined for extra time. Unless Bueno gets the better of Edson here. He doesn't do that. Powerful man, Edson. And on he goes, romping forward. Tony Calvo might just slow it down now. Nobody wants to make a mistake now with literally 15 seconds remaining in the match. Referee Hansen will shortly look at his watch and he'll blow on that whistle, and we are destined to have 30 more minutes here. So the coaches will come out, they will have a chat with the boys, they'll regroup and they'll try and find a winner in the next 30 minutes of play. Jobs for Nelson Rodriguez and Jimenez Melendez. The physios will have to work as well on tired limbs here. Tired minds. Piqué, one of the goal scorers on the night, but that quickly taken free kick from Javi Garcia has given Spain hope still of progressing into the last 8 at the expense of Brazil.
If no goal is scored in extra time, penalty kicks shall be taken.
Mesdames et messieurs, deux périodes de 15 minutes de prolongation chacune seront.
It was an exhilarating 90 minutes. Brazil 2 goals to the good. Spain hitting right back at them. And Javi Garcia with that brilliantly executed free kick while the Brazilians were standing around gave Spain hope. There were only 6 minutes left on the clock when he produced that stunning strike. And that's given us this scenario. Extra time to be played. Spain 2, Brazil 2. Goals from Lima and Pato, Piqué and Garcia. It's been a thriller minute. And none of the 10,000 are leaving their seats. Spain will really take heart from the fact that they've come from 2 goals behind in this game. And he's looked ever more menacing as the gaps have appeared. Diego Capel might well have won it for Spain as well. It's a couple of minutes from the end on a break when he got away from the defence and lashed a shot into the side netting, beating the dash of Casio. There is Jimenez Melendez, the coach. And the words that the coaches impart right now are important. They have to boost their players. They have to overcome their fatigue, mentally, physically, for one big effort. Well, they are young athletes, well trained. It's a big night for the officials as well. It's such a hot evening here in Burnaby. These players are going to be stretched to the limits even at their tender years. But I have to say the fans in Burnaby have enjoyed the football in the FIFA Under-20 World Cup as much as any of the 6 cities. Nearby Victoria, Edmonton of course, Toronto, Montreal. And it's been terrific stuff. Let's not forget Ottawa either. There's still games to be played. But this will be the end of the line for Burnaby and Victoria today. Leandro Lima there, who curled in the first goal on 39 minutes. And then when Alexandre Pato scored again just a couple of minutes later, Brazil seemed well on their way. They were joyous at the time, but Spain have come right back and shown great resilience. An element of fortune about their first goal. Gerard Piqué edging the ball in without knowing much about it 2 minutes before the break. But Javi Garcia certainly knew what he was doing with an excellently executed free kick to make it 2-2. Just 6 minutes away Brazil were from clinching their place in the last 8, and now both teams have to go through another 30 very nervous, very sapping minutes. So we'll have another toss of the coin, and Captain Adan and Captain Leandro Lima G Paraná will toss the coin again. Referee Martin Hansen will. And will they start the way they started originally? It's a sapping night, as I said, for everybody, and it's not far off 10 in the evening here, so if it does go to a penalty shootout, it may be 11 o'clock before anybody leaves the stadium. So, here we go again. Quick rub down, a quick chat. And one of these great sides has to wave goodbye to the tournament tonight. One will go on, and we'll know all about it. They'll need a morning off, I sense, tomorrow, whichever team advances. And just a reminder again that the winners will play either Japan or the Czech Republic in the next round in Edmonton. 2-2 was the score on 90 minutes between Spain and Brazil, and we now enter extra time. Of course, Spain bringing on Tony Calvo, Granero and Alberto Bueno. Brazil having brought on Carlos Eduardo, Luis Adriano. Neither side can make any more substitutions, so the penalty takers are all out there, and they'll already be feeling the nerves should that be the outcome. It's been a fine game. Hour to add to that 2-2 scoreline. Eduardo with the throw for Brazil. Eduardo came on for Amaral, who seemed to pull up sharply. Possibly a hamstring injury. This is Bueno. Still Bueno. Too many yellow shirts around, surely. Even though he gets another touch on the ball, it is Brazil who emerge with it. Every challenge hotly contested. Crespo with the throw. Mata. He goes. How did he find a way through there, Diego Capel? Javi Garcia, such a hero right now. For that goal. Granero. Mata. He fought, but Luis ran across him. So there was no way in for the little number 16. It's always a crushing disappointment for a side when a team gets ahead in extra time. They have it all to do again. And that will be the case here if either of these sides can find a lead. Remember, Spain hasn't yet led in the match. Brazil were 2 up. Pato to take it down, and no foul by Crespo. Pato unamused by the referee's lack of whistle. One caution for a Spanish player, Crespo. 2 for Spain, Pato and Roberto so far. Crespo with the throw-in, close to the halfway line, just inside the Brazilian territory. PK leaves his mark on the opponent, so I don't think he did much wrong. Very, very strong challenge, but Brazil with the first chance to break in extra time here. The ball is long. The number 19 there, who has come onto the field of play, Luis Adriano, missed the golden chance shortly before the end of extra time. It was who had to replace Zhao. Left-footed across in here, and Hansen over the top for a corner. Marc Valiente taking the evasive action necessary for Spain to protect the net. Adan's the captain, the principal talker. Eduardo's cross ball in here, finds a way through, Luis Adriano! And he's foiled by the legs of Adan. The game continues to excite the fans. He's done really well. PK once more. Edson charges on. Just keep that in play, and PK's down and hurt. Well, I think we'll probably get quite a few stoppages. Question of whether he's allowed any treatment. This was the chance as it got through there to Luis Adriano, who's had no joy so far with his finishing. So he's striker from Shakhtar Donetsk in the Ukraine. PK is going to need a helping hand eventually to get to his feet. Winded, I think, as much as anything, but he's a game competitor. Well, they're going to slug it out toe-to-toe for the remainder of the 25 minutes of added time here, extra time. Crespo, survival of the fittest right now. Which side will prove to be the strongest? Javi Garcia's free kick, which allowed Spain to take the game this far. Well, spinning down the line is kept in by Capel. Back now with PK, who has recovered. Slots it through there to Mata. Such a trim little player, Mata, in the lines of Xavi at Barcelona. Granero, Mata, Granero and Mata, although he stretches he can't control, and away comes Marcelo for Brazil. Plenty of gaps opening up through the centre here. Carlos Eduardo, chase on for Leandro Lima, he's one-on-one here. Leandro Lima hits it against the defender, shouts for handball, and that was a very optimistic shout. And Alberto Bueno doesn't have much support, so shields the ball initially. Caliente, that's for Tony Calvo. Still good pace about the game, despite the fact that we've already had 96 minutes of play, plus 6 minutes of added time in the two halves, so over 100 minutes played already. Oh, an ungainly tread on the ball there by Edson, and it's allowed Alberto Bueno to attack for Spain here, one-on-one with Luizao. And he seems to stumble on the ball too. Maybe they are tiring. That ball just failed to find Carlos Eduardo. PK. More liable that somebody will make a costly mistake now, with lines becoming stretched. Capel, he stretched that ball too far ahead of himself. Patel, a goal scorer, a yellow card holder tonight as well. Crespo's header. There's the ball in. 7 minutes played in time. And extra time in the first half of it, and 2-2 the score. Still. So Brazil 2-1 ahead for so long in the second half. All but 6 minutes of it. But their progress by no means guaranteed. Roberto. Fired into a wider position. Pato. Into the centre it goes. Kicked away by Javi Garcia. Brazil's turn to look for a lead again. A potential winner. Terrific ball played across. Looks like it might have been handball there by Leandro Lima. I think that was a right call from the official. Leandro Lima maybe doesn't think that. but it has been high quality football. And who knows what's going to happen? Senor Melendez certainly doesn't know. I don't know. Spain 2, Brazil 2, and it was billed as the match of the round, and so it has transpired. Well, he's found Tony Calvo there. There was nobody up near the little wingman who goes for glory. Goodness me, how close to glory was he? Flashing try from the wingman from Barcelona, who almost brought the house down. Fine try. That would have been one of the goals of the tournament. It found the net. So chances still appearing at both ends of the field. In a game that has now produced 30 attempts on goal. Figure inflated by the fact we're playing extra time. And it's Brazil's turn to look for the next, but he can't control this, Eduardo. One of the Corinthians players on the Brazilian squad. They had a full roster to choose from tonight, apart from that defender David Marinho, sitting out a 4-game suspension. Luisa. The referee is encouraged to blow the whistle, but Brazil are allowed to continue with their move. And Diego Capel will continue here for Spain. This is when they look at potentially their most lethal. He's one-on-one Capel. There's only one red shirt up there though. Still Capel. Now the cross. Now the header away. Only to Granero. And it's hard. The shot from Adrian Lopez, but it's straight at Casio. Super game of football, this being enjoyed all around Canada. Lack of control from Pato. Makes out that he was hurt there, but I think he's alright. Spain's turn to come again as these two sides do go at one another. With just over 4 minutes of the first half of extra time remaining. No alteration to the scoreline of 2-2. Carlos Eduardo. He'll have support from Luis Adriano if he needs it. Initially from Marcelo. Now from Roberto. Flashed a shot in, but it breaks for Alberto Bueno. Spain are 4 against 3. Can they capitalise here through Granero? Pushed out of it for the moment. Lines it up for Capel. Capel's cross is good. Spain are ahead for the very first time, and Alberto Bueno's World Cup has come alive. The goals that the man has been promising just hadn't transpired until now, but having been 2 goals behind to Brazil, Spain now lead by 3 goals to 2. Fine work from Capel, hoists the ball in. Alberto Bueno beats Casio at his near post, and for the first time Spain has a lead and Brazil has been overhauled. Bueno, who scored 8 goals in the qualifiers, has played only 45 minutes here in Canada until his introduction as a substitute late on this night. He came on with 20 minutes to go and now scores his first goal of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup, and it's thumbs up for him from the coach, and maybe his introduction has paid off and his World Cup has just started. Alberto Bueno from Real Madrid. 3-2 Spain, 12 minutes into extra time. And never ever count Brazil out. Oh, and Leandro Lima is making the walk down the tunnel. PK clearing up. And it's all happening here. And a yellow card shown for PK. referee's got our eyes absolutely everywhere. Now if Brazil score here, what a match this is turning out to be. But I just saw Leandro Lima taking a walk down the tunnel. But Brazil have a free kick. And they make it 3-3 and really give us a terrific climax here. It's long, it's high, and it's out and wide. Well, Leandro Lima has gone. Spain leading Brazil 3-2. And Brazil down to 10 men. Leandro sent off in the wake of that goal from Alberto Bueno. Real problems here for the South Americans. The South American champions. Granero fires it wide. You've got to say Melendez has made brilliant substitutions in this game. Tony Calvo's played his part. He almost scored a couple of minutes earlier. 1 minute of added time in extra time. First half. Cross here now with Javi Garcia. Remember, whose goal was instrumental. It breathed life into Spain's challenge, coming just before, well, 4 minutes before, 6 minutes before full time. Free kick. Roberto has taken Granero down. And Brazil reduced to 10 men with the dismissal of Leandro Lima. Spain with another attack on here if they get the next. They really will be through there. It's saved. Bueno shot by Casio. Capel manages to flick the ball over his shoulder and out. Brazil a goal adrift, but Roberto trying to pull that ball across. Referee Hansen's whistle. In the meantime, I think some of the fans think that Spain have won it. They haven't, of course, we're only 15 minutes through. And the referee's assistant, the fourth official, is having to urge the Spanish players and officials to stay off the field. They're supposed to turn straight round here, and the referee is ordering the players to get on with it and to he's stopping officials coming onto the field. They have to turn straight round, and they don't seem to understand that. They think they can go and have another conference. Now then, what happened with this red card? We're going to have a look at it here as to what happened with Leandro Lima. Well, apparently there's a mystery. Leandro Lima has walked down the tunnel and we haven't seen why the red card was shown. But he's gone, that I do know. We're off and running again here in this match. 3-2 is the score to Spain, 15 minutes to go in extra time. Be a major shock if Brazil goes out at this stage of the competition. Never before had they been beaten twice in the first stage of the Under-20 World Cup. Now they find themselves staring defeat in the face against Spain. Spain 3, Brazil 2. On the ball, Edson. And all I can tell you about the sending off is that Leandro Lima, saw him go down the tunnel, and we haven't any pictures as to why he was sent off. Anyway, the referee sent him, and we are trying to find out just why the Brazilian midfielder, whose night started so well when he got the first goal, has now been dismissed. Spain on a break here. Bueno. That's the turnaround. Oh, and a foul on Bueno. referee was close to. Gives the free kick.
What was it for?
Followed by G. Parana. They're getting more and more aggravated by the minute. It's a tough assignment for this referee right now. Tempers are bubbling a little bit. Ranero's flying a ball in here, too far ahead from Mata. The countdown very much on. 17 minutes out of the 30 played in extra time. He's somehow got to get his side back on track. Kick cross field, good ball from Edson. They've certainly got some impetus in this move with Roberto just to turn away from the charging red-shirted defenders. It comes to Marcelo. Slight slip from him, but he's still able to keep the move going. Breaks for Mata. Spain's throwing is right on halfway. Two players have slipped on the surface tonight. It's been such a warm day. One of the warmest days in Vancouver history, Vancouver and District, which is where the city of Burnaby is to be found. Adrian Lopez out to the danger man, Capello, set up that third goal. So joyously for Spain, and the crowd are enjoying his antics, and he's swung another ball over there which was menacing. To be picked up by Tony Calvo. Well, he's got the free kick. I thought he made it look a bit dramatic personally. Marcelo's tackle on him. And he sort of sprung away from the defender. Well, I thought that was a dive. And in which case that would have been a booking for Tony Calvo. Instead of which the officials have given a free kick here to Spain. Marcelo didn't object. I wasn't sure about the authenticity of that. And Spain are not going to throw too many men forward now. They're keeping 5 back. Mata's ball though, missed by the goalkeeper. He was in trouble there, Casio. And lucky to get away with that, Brazil. But maybe luck will yet favour them in this match. But Spain in the ascendancy right now. 3-2 ahead. Terrific ball played out there. That's a handball over there by Pato. Well, I have some strange news to relate to you about the dismissal of Leandro Lima. As I mentioned at the time, it came in the wake of the third Spanish goal scored by Alberto Bueno. But even FIFA, down on the touchline, have no idea, their officials have no idea why Leandro Lima took a walk down the tunnel. They don't know why the referee gave him a red card. Maybe he spoke out of turn. Anyway, the only important fact is that he's gone. And, I saw him heading off down the tunnel. There's absolutely nothing on the coverage to show us why he's been dismissed. Here go Brazil now. Oh, he's done well, he's done brilliantly, and here's the cross. That was absolutely superb play from Carlos Eduardo, and although Luis Adriano can't finish it, that was absolutely sumptuous from the left-sided Carlos Eduardo. He did brilliantly there to manoeuvre that cross. It was a powerful header, thumping one, but straight at Adan, who's got his angles right. And again, we're going to need a physio on here because the Spanish player is down in the penalty area, down hurt. Again, it looks as though it's PK in trouble, as he's been so often in this tournament. Senor Melendez jumping around like a cat on a hot tin roof. Piqué hurt his side earlier in the evening in a collision with João, the Brazilian striker, who soon afterwards had to go off. And they really are patching him up, Piqué, just to try and get him through this match, of which there are 8.5 minutes of extra time remaining. Don't forget, Spain scored on 84 minutes with just 6 minutes of the 90 to go. Now in this one, Brazil have about 9 minutes left in which to rectify their situation. They're 2-3 down. But they'll give it everything, of that you can be sure. They cannot afford to concede a fourth goal, however. That is the one scenario that I think would be a hurdle too far for Brazil. I've seen some great skill from this player since he's come on, Carlos Eduardo. They've had to do without Lucas through this tournament, Brazil, which has been a big blow for them. They've got an overlapper here, they've got several up in the move. Here's that cross in, and do they get a corner? Well, yes they do. Brazil's corner, they'll throw everybody, even the goalkeeper Casio is asking, and the coach is saying no, you stay there. So he reckons they've got enough up here to try and find another goal. Here it comes in high now. Luizão goes for the ball, it's beyond him. Dramatically, Spain edging it here with 7 minutes to go, and Brazil facing elimination. And if Brazil don't get through to the last 8, that will reverberate. That will be a major shock in this FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Canada. Header away by Edson, forward from Granero. Mata gets a touch on the ball. Here goes that man again. Diego Capel, full of tricks, full of running still. Spain look menacing every time he's in possession. It's with Granero now. Can they find the fourth goal that would surely kill off Brazilian resistance? Not from that pass. What a scenario here. Brazil have 6 minutes in which to stay alive. Pato. We've seen some brilliance from him at times tonight. And more Brazilian brilliance here. Tony Calvo, yellow card. Pato taken down. It's Calvo's second booking of the World Cup. Crespo and Piqué too have had 2 yellow cards. Pato is an exceptional talent. Eduardo will line up this free kick. Brazil simply has to get a goal soon. 5.5 minutes of extra time remaining. It's into the danger area, grabbed gleefully by Adam. Tony Calvo cautioned. The third Spaniard to be shown a yellow card tonight after Crespo and Piqué. But Capel, there are 2 on his left. This is Capel, is this Spain's moment? There will be absolute ecstasy for the Spanish if they do get another one here. It's blocked, the effort from Granero. But so long as Capel is in possession, they have chances. Down went Capel. He didn't impress the referee's assistant over there. Roberto came out with the ball, and Brazil have an attack going. Crespo's been pulled out of position. Luizão needs to get the ball forward though. There's a bit of a tangle there. Bueno, who looks as though he could be the hero, having got 1 goal. Bueno on his way. Still Bueno! And he can't finish it just yet. Goodness gracious, Alberto Bueno there was on the verge of glory for Spain. He looked for certain to be going through to get the goal, and he was just foiled. Yellow cards being flung around all over the place there, and there's another one here. Bueno stayed on his feet. The way he went beyond Marcelo, and I thought beyond everybody, but the feet of goalkeeper Casio thwarted him. And I think there's just been another yellow card shown. It's Granero, and that's why he got the yellow. The fourth on the night for the Spanish side. Two of them for substitutes. Brazil will throw everything here. A late flurry, 3.5 minutes to go. Oh, Capel dragged back, and Edson is going to get certainly yellow. Referee considering the colour of the card, had it been a bit near a goal it might have been red. So there are tired minds to go with tired bodies here in Burnaby. But Spain are exactly 3 minutes away now from going through to the last 8. Brazil are 3 minutes away from going home. The fans loving every second. Mata takes this one down, then he's beaten away. They can't keep the ball in though. Spain will come forward slowly. They'll try and waste up precious seconds here. The Brazilian coach saying, look, please get on with it, but they're not going to rush, and you can't blame them either. Theatrical free kick though. Bit of an air of resignation about one or two Brazilians. That was G. Paraná's foul. And predictably, I suppose, the Spanish player stays on the deck. Adrian Lopez, not a goal scorer tonight. The goals had come from other quarters, from Gerard Piqué, from Javier Garcia and from Alberto Bueno, all scoring for the first time. So Spain have scored 11 times now in this World Cup. They're having a great time, and Mata has got it through just beyond Adrian Lopez. The crowd now, because they've savoured every minute, will probably urge Brazil forward, hoping that they can find another equaliser. They'll make it 3-3 and they'd have the drama of a penalty shootout here in Burnaby. But it's cleared by Crespo. Capel, can he keep this in? He can. Capel, he's got behind. Oh, this is the moment! Off the post! The crowd cannot believe it. Brazil is still alive in the World Cup. The ball was rammed against the base of the upright when it seemed certain that the goal would be scored. Oh, Adrian Lopez, it's the simplest chance he's going to get. They're coming again with 3 through the middle. Surely now, they're 3 on 1. Oh, what a brave tackle. How on earth Spain haven't got this one wrapped up, I will never know. Going back there was G. Paraná, and Brazil deserved to survive after that, really. Luck was on their side when Adrian Lopez hit the post. But you have to say the Brazilians were resilient to come back there. But here is the effort against the post. Lopez, who's got 4 goals in the tournament, with his simplest chance of the lot, spurns the glory. I know. We have players dropping down like flies here. The latest is Mata. There must be at least a minute of added time, but we're coming up towards the 30 minutes, and there is only 1 more minute now to separate Spain from a first ever win at World Under-20 level over Brazil. They will try for the umpteenth time to finish it all off. They're queuing up here. Side netting off the goalkeeper's palms. Some of the crowd thought it was all over, to use a well-worn phrase. It isn't, because Spain have only got a corner kick. Surely nothing can deny them now though. But they should have got the game sewn up once and for all. Capel has had so many breaks. He went for a solo, couldn't finish it. They'll try and waste up more seconds. It's in towards Mata. It's in the hands of the goalkeeper. We're playing that 60 seconds of added time. Just time for one last Brazilian raid, but it was a weak ball. The referee is about to send Spain through. He's about to send Brazil out. Capel, yet again. Granero. Surely Spain can find a 4th goal with the repeated number of attacks they've had. They have. Spain are on their way through. Adrian Lopez's 5th goal of the World Under-20 Cup sends Spain into the last 8. Brazil is going home. Time after time after time, Spain had had their chances to wrap up their first ever victory over the Brazilians at this level, and they've finally done it with the top goal scorer in the FIFA Under-20 World Cup with a coup de grace, nicked in by Mata, passed into the net by Adrian Lopez, and listen at this for a scoreline: Spain 4, Brazil 2, El Matador. Well, we've had 120 minutes of action. Goodness knows how many minutes of added time as well. It's almost 11 o'clock in the evening here in Burnaby. Brazil are out of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup, even though the game still goes on. Well, surely they're not going to get a third goal. Well, they might. They've got an attack here, and it's the fist of the goalkeeper that gets the ball away. Referee Hansen says that will do. No, he doesn't. Again he says play on. I'm amazed. It was only supposed to be a minute of added time, and the shot driven in now, hard and low though it was by Carlos Eduardo. Spain can't wait to celebrate. They're lining up on the touchline. They are desperate for that final whistle. They hear it now. Spain go through. Brazil go out. Senor Jiménez Melendez has plotted a victory here, which seemed unlikely when Brazil led by 2-0 shortly before half-time. But gradually they clawed their way back into the game. A fortuitous strike from Gerard Piqué, and then a free kick from Javi Garcia when there were only 6 minutes of the 90 remaining gave Spain hope, and they were the ones who capitalised in extra time. Alberto Bueno's first goal of this World Cup, and Adrian Lopez's 5th goal, and a disconsolate Brazilian side which just hasn't functioned at this World Cup will play no more. Spain will go on to meet either Japan or the Czech Republic in Edmonton. And how well the Spanish have performed here. They've scored 12 goals in this tournament already, and they have delighted the folk back home. Final score in Burnaby was Spain 4, Brazil 2.